Hey guys, welcome back to All Around LEGO, and today we will be reviewing LEGO set 75359, the 332nd Battle Pack. Let's get into it. To start this review off, we'll go over some particulars first. This set has 108 pieces and is currently available at retail for $20. As for the actual set itself, we will go over minifigures first, left to right. To start it off, we will draw the attention to the new 332nd helmet with helmet holes, as you can see if it will focus in. Why is it not focusing in? Anyway, the helmet hole still looks pretty bad above the thing. I think they could just extend it up. It'll look a little funky, but at least there won't be two holes. As for the top, we know that was a major issue with the 2/12. As you can see, it does actually extend outward and doesn't keep it as tight as it should. But it's overall still a much better step in the future, I will say, for LEGO. They are getting closer to getting this right. As you can tell, it's not completely downshifted like the 2/12. It's just spread out more, which is a little frustrating, but at least it looks way better than the 2/12 Troopers. And it's something that takes a little more of a trained eye to notice. Otherwise, the body's the same as the 501st. You get a 501st jetpack. Nothing special there. And you get two of them. And then you just get a regular 332nd Trooper without a jetpack and a rifle. More of the same here. And they do all use the new clone helmets, which I guess aren't new. They're a couple years old. And then Captain Vaughn, he looks really nice. I like how they had a custom back mold for him as compared to the other Troopers. I think that's really cool. You get like a jetpack in there instead of a brick-built one, which I think is really cool. And then the only thing that's unique about his head print is the visor, which is the same as Cody's. I do wish they had done like a little something to make him stand out more in this set, instead of being just a regular Trooper with a custom back print. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the custom back print. I just wish they could do maybe like a custom helmet or a custom visor. I think that would be way better. But it's a solid minifig. The lines on top aren't as well noticeable if you have the visor over it, which is nice. And now moving on to the actual build, this is a turret that you can stand up. Nothing particularly interesting here. You can just place it, have your minifigure shoot a stud shooter, the newer one. I think that it's nice that it's metallic for this one. I think that's a step in the right way. However, I do feel that these stud shooters in particular are like kind of harder to like understand. Like, I know when I was first building my stud shooter like this, and the first time I did it in the 2020 advent calendar, I literally had to Google how to put this piece in. I had no clue. It was actually pretty funny. But I do wish it was easier for kids to understand. Then you get a swamp speeder, quite a small swamp speeder. I knew it was going to be small. I did not know it was going to be that small. I mean, for reference, the Polybag X-Wing is longer and wider than the swamp speeder. However, with that, the swamp speeder captures quite a bit of detail in it, and a couple new pieces that I'll talk about. So the first new piece is the pretty obvious one that you will see on the box art. It is the curved shield armor plates, which I think are really nice. It's a quick way to get the piece done in accurate scale without making it look atrocious. And the second one is this like turbine thing. It has a 2x2 circular hole on the inside. I think that's a nice piece. It definitely helps with the engine. But now for the build, you get two stud shooters out front on the first plate, which is nice how they were also able to capture that, the two plates. They both shoot, nothing special there. You can turn them up a bit if you really want to. The armor plates have a gray and blue detailing. You can also roll them down and put your minifigure in there. The jet troopers won't sit down in here, so you'll have to have Vaughn and the other trooper pilot it. However, it won't bend back fully unless you like put their hands either really high up or really down low, like they're about to get like shot and exploded. Otherwise, it won't give you that full thing. And even as you can see here, it won't do the full idea either. But you can put your minifigures in there. Standard seats, which I thought was a bit interesting. I thought those were starting to go extinct in LEGO Star Wars. I thought they were starting to use the new smooth plate and then the connector with the wall in the back. But I guess in a battle pack that's kind of hard to do, so they just threw some seats on there, which I think is a better way of doing it. I just don't like how it wears condition on my minifigures, but if you're putting them in here, you probably don't care about them that much. In the back, you got these smooth tiles to round it off, which actually completes the overall aesthetic of the build. And then for the turbine, you got the back panel, which I think is really nice, how it like slowly goes from circular and fades in to this back area. I think that's really cool. However, I do wish that it was rotatable. It is not. As we've seen in other models, it can rotate. The first one that comes to mind is the 2014 41st Battle Pack, which it was able to rotate. I do wish this one could do that. However, this piece right here, the axle and then the clip on top will prevent that. It is a nice detail how it has this like mini light here at the top. I don't know why, but I think it's cool. It's an added detail for just a couple extra pieces, and you're not using that space anyway. And then the frame of the top actually comes down, which is nice, and folds in. It does feel pretty good with that. It has the like sharp slope and then flattens out and then completely flatlines, which is nice. And then you also got the blue 1x2 jumper. Not sure why it's a 1x2 jumper. You could do a 1x2 tile, but I guess if you want to, you can put your jet troopers on top or other clones. And I like how it has the blue tile that goes down here, and then it branches off into the small 1x1 connectors and then a gray spot there. It looks really nice. It's overall a pretty good swamp speeder. It just feels quite small. That is it for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to have a great rest of your day. I think it's really cool that LEGO has been able to improve upon the Clone Trooper helmets and make them at least better than they were with the 212th. That was absolutely atrocious. It's nice to see that now they're taking a step in the right direction. Be sure to have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time in All Around LEGO.